Yes guys, we're finally here. So as you've seen, I have completed my 3-lever wire set. So basically the set's going to comprise of a 3-lever wire. Lovely finish, okay? It's designed for non-curtain locks and also an overlifter, okay? And both will come already in the lollipop, so you don't need to be changing them both. So they're going to come as a set of 2, and I've tested them to their absolute limit. So I have designed these for use with GJ's 2-in-1 tips. So if you have GJ's multi-pick, yeah, which a lot of people do, then all you need is the 2-in-1 tips and you're good to go, because basically that will turn it into a 2-in-1. One bit of advice I will give you is when you get the 2-in-1 tips, you can see that one's particularly longer, okay? So I've actually narrowed this one down in length because it'll still work and it'll still tension, because it's designed basically for the union locks that you can see that it's normally the upstands to bottom at keyway. But as long as you can still tension the lock, then it's happy days. And the reason for this is if you do this, it's going to work on all sorts of different locks. You can see the Euro spec, so it just about fits in. And another reason is, if it's too long, what it'll actually do is it'll hit the bottom of the bolts rather than grab the bolt tail. So it's trust Uncle separate. Yeah, so I'm going to give you a few live demos of the potential of the tool. I've opened every single lock that I've got, every single non-curtain lock. So we'll start with this one, which is an absolute doddle. So the Union, it's your favourite thing when you see them, because there's no restrictions in the keyway. They love to get picked, so I'm just going to show you. So in we go. I'm going to tension the bolt, okay? Tension the bolt. I'm going to slip my lever wire in. If you can get behind, do get behind. Not that it matters, because you can still do it from the front. So I'm just going to tick, tick, tick. You can already see the jump in the bolt. Tick, tick. You do not need to force these levers, guys. Honestly, feather-light tension. Don't go looking for binding order or anything like that. Just tap each lever in turn. Because off the top of my head, I only know one 3-lever lock that actually has anti-pick levers. Okay, so I'll show you this one, for example. Rusted to shit, yeah? What is it? A Sterling 3-lever. Okay, so I'm just going to whack this in and I'll show you. Okay, so in we go. So you can see, even though it's got a squiggly keyway, you can still fit this in. And if you can fit it in, you're going to pick the fucking lock. What about that? So I'm going to flick into the back, light tension, and all I do, if you can watch this, is you see it, tap, 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 and I've already had a slight little jump, tap, tap, and just keep tapping each lever, yeah? Don't try and force the lock, just tap, 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 and eventually the lock will just succumb to you. You can see I'm not forcing anything in particular, and there you go, we're open. Absolutely bummed that to fucking death. Okay, what else have we got? A Yale 2-lever, okay, so it's not just for 3 levers. Basically, if the tool fits, we're going to give it the shits. So, okay, so first thing you'll notice, on 2-lever and some 3-lever locks, if I go to the bucket lock and turn and tension, what can happen is you can slip off the bolt, okay? I've actually got it seated there, nice, okay? So, in, and all we're going to do, bucket levers if we can do, okay? Just tap, tap, and Jesus Christ. That's £90, please, sir. Okay. What else have we got? Yeah. Smith & Lock. Becoming very, very popular. And for whatever reason, these can be a right little bugger with the jiggler keys. And again, I've shortened it down so it can go into the lock. So here's a perfect example. If I go to the bucket lock and try and tension, it's just going to spin all the way around. And that's basically because the bolt sits halfway through the lock. Okay, because it's a cheapo. Whereas a nice old school Union, they've got a solid bolt that you can grab. So you just got to make sure that when you go in, you're actually tensioning the bolt. You can see that, guys, and now I'm tensioning the bolt. So again, just going to slip myself in, and this time, if I can do, this time I'm actually going to attack the front at levers. So just going to tap, 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 and there we go, guys. Smith & Lock, absolutely owned, okay? So these are on the way. Oh, one last thing. Forgot to show you overlifters in action, didn't I? Little rascal separate. So here we go. Get open. I'll just show you how quick, if the lock is susceptible to overlifters, and this particular mucky pup is. Okay. So I'm just going to get that in with my overlifter. So in, Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. That ball, there we go, okay. Feather light tension, okay, and this can deal with all sorts of spring. So you can overlift these from the front, bang, open. Woo! Okay guys, so these are available on the website now. Check it out, they are in limited quality, because they're a pain in my ass to make, but they're all handmade. Look at the bevel on the edge of that overlifter, beautiful. Take care.